What is going on, guys? It is Dinozords here with the Injustice Gods Among Us live discussion. We are on week number 6, guys, and I am with JaeRoar, Dr.Doom, and Froggy. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Alright, guys, it's JaeRoar, kneeled before Zod. Froggy, go! Froggy, you there? Froggy, are you there?
I thought Dr. Doom
Froggy,
was going next.
you there? Froggy, are you...
Sorry about that. In brightest day and blackest night, I'm Froggy. Let's fly a kite. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Victor, you want to say anything?
Victor?
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. Hi, I'm Victor.
And we are going to be, we have a whole bunch of topics lined out for tonight, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy this live stream. I want to go ahead and say thanks to Test Your Might, thanks to Ed Boon once again for coming out last week. Also, I'm going to put the link to our click to tweet in the chat. If you guys don't have a Twitter, just make one real quick. It takes like 2.5 seconds, and click this tweet, and then it will tweet it out. Or, well, wrong link. My bad, guys. But yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to click that link. Basically, it will send to Ed Boon, like, hey, come watch the stream. It'll be pretty swag, though, you know? Just have to copy that link.
We have a good show today, guys. Don't
Oh,
worry.
wow.
We have a lot of good topics for today.
Did you know Hostess is going out of business?
Yeah, I did.
That's...
It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can't
so I'm
believe
putting the link in the
I bought
chat,
it.
guys. I'm putting the link in the chat. You guys are going to click that link if you have a Twitter, and then you just click tweet. That's literally all you have to do. And then it'll tweet to Ed Boon and Hectorific, trying to get those guys to come watch the stream. So hopefully they will come watch.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this ruins...
If you guys already did it, just do it again, you know? Just do it again. Try to get as many tweets out to Ed Boon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This
Even if it's from the same person, hopefully it'll, you know.
Red Sun DLC, yes.
This Hostess news kind of ruins the post-apocalyptic fantasy of finding a factory of Twinkies to live off of. Like, we're not going to have that anymore. Like, they say that the only thing that can survive a nuclear holocaust are cockroaches and Twinkies, so...
That's a good combination.
Yeah. Do you guys all have the topic list already out?
No. Can you go ahead and post it in Skype?
Yeah. Alright, there it should be.
Blackest night. Okay.
So escape your sight?
Oh, yeah, that too.
So yeah, first topic for today, ladies and gents, is what we know so far about characters, game modes, character traits, and the interactions with levels.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a series going on my channel, which basically, like, within about 5 minutes or so, I explain each one of these things like in detail. So look out for that series on Mondays if you want to check that out. But we're going to just be going over some of that stuff and, you know, let you guys know, in case you guys are new to the live stream or new to Injustice or anything like that, we can go over some things that we know so far about the game.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys want to start off?
Yeah, let's talk about character trend. Like, you know, I'm still going to call it character gimmicks. So I want to know, everybody in the chat right now, what is your favorite gimmick so far that you've seen? Like, mine has to be the Nightwing. You know, you can just switch to, you know, I forgot what those things are called, but you make it into a stance. So
A scrim
that's my
sticks?
favorite. Yes.
You can turn the Eskrima sticks into a staff, yeah. That's definitely one of the more interesting ones. I like it because it actually lets you, like, play with Robin style or with Nightwing style, you know? So you kind of get, like, even if Robin isn't in the game, you kind of get that little, like, taste of what Robin would play like, you know?
Charming Panda, Batman's is, he calls in, like, some robotic bats, I think, right? And they just, like, surround him. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
I think that's really cool looking in the game. Like, I don't... It doesn't seem to be, like, in a lot of videos, but, like, when I have seen it, it looks really awesome. like blue lights, LEDs on them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how you can use them though. Like, I guess you like use them to like make.
I don't
sort
think they're real bats, right? They're robotic.
No,
Yeah.
they're like robotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it
considering
doesn't
they,
really
like,
matter
blow
either
up.
way. Like you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal either way.
Yeah. What's
they like-
Catwoman's?
I don't know.
That's if anybody knows what Catwoman's is, please
Oh,
let
I
us
think-
know. I don't even know.
I think she pulls her whip off, like her tail, and turns into a whip. I think.
Oh, it's a stance, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
which is pretty cool how they did that. I thought that was pretty cool.
So what are all the characters that we know of so far?
There's total of there's 6,
Like 12, I think.
7, 8, 9. I think there's 10 now.
Huh.
I think 12. Is it 12? I think it's 10.
I don't know.
I think it's 10.
Let's name them off. We got Batman, we got Superman, we got Wonder Woman, we got Flash, we got Solomon Grundy, Harley Quinn.
Catwoman.
Green Lantern.
Catwoman.
Joker. Green Lantern.
Joker.
Announced.
Catwoman. Superman. Cyborg. You know what, Froggy, remember we were bringing this up, how we're counting, like, how many villains are in this game, and we only counted, like, 3.
Yeah.
That's the thing, guys. Like, if people in the chat, if you notice, there's only, like, 3 villains out of, like, these characters. So, we need more villains.
You got Solomon Grundy. You got Harley Quinn, Joker, and then like Catwoman is kind of a villain. I mean, lately she's been more heroic. So, yeah, there aren't a lot of like villainous characters in here yet. I mean,
so Atrocitus and one of those two, Atrocitus and Sinestro, will be a good, add because they're both villains. So I think either one would be a great pick, or any villain. But I'm just saying, like,
well,
that was good. No, that was a good topic to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, about we need more villains in this game. Majority, I would like to have more villains than heroes in this game.
Well,
No.
like we should reiterate what you mean when you say Sinestro and Atrocitus, because Ed Boon tweeted this week. In case anyone doesn't know, I'm pretty sure everyone knows in here. Atrocitus and Sinestro were hinted at by Ed Boon. Actually, it was Jeff Johns that asked Ed Boon. Jeff Johns, if you don't know who he is, he's like the head writer for Green Lantern, has been for a long time. Ed Boon got a tweet from Jeff Johns that was like a fan requested to know if Atrocitus or Sinestro would be in, and Ed Boon said one of those two has a really good chance. So I think that that'd be pretty lame of him to say unless it was actually true. So I'm pretty sure it's... I personally think, as a Green Lantern fan, it's going to be Sinestro. Atrocitus would be cool, but he doesn't really have the... I've said this a lot in these chats, but legacy. Like, I feel like Sinestro has a much stronger comic book legacy behind him. He deserves to be in the game more. And Atrocitus is great, but I think Sinestro deserves it more.
Mm-hmm. True.
So I want to start off a poll, and if we have like a really nice a really good amount of people voting this time, I will actually give away an issue of either Green Lantern or Red Lanterns. So everyone, give me your votes. Would you rather have Sinestro or Atrocitus? Vote now, quick.
If you don't know how to spell Atrocitus, just put Atro like that. It's short. Vote, people. We need some votes. Atrocitus. Sinestro, Atrocitus. More votes, guys. Come on. Sinestro. Atrocitus. Sinestro.
Is anybody like
Atrocitus. Right now, I think Sinestro's pretty much winning. Troll face. You mean this troll face? Tim Drake. Damian Wade or nothing.
Somebody said Star Sapphire. Star Sapphire, I mean, if he said one of those two, he's talking about Atrocitus and Sinestro. It's not
Alfred.
really sure.
Alfred with the mega suit. Alright, is anybody keeping count or should I count him?
Try to count them.
Ugh, crap. Hold on. There we go. Froggy, can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Okay, I know Sinestro and Atrocitus are most likely, like Ed Boon tweeted, but other than them two, name other two lanterns that you would like to see, since you're the big lantern guy. So, if one of those two weren't in, what other two that you can possibly see?
I don't know if I really even want that many more. Like I don't. Because I don't want to be like filling the game with just all these lantern characters. But I would probably say Saint Walker, who is the Blue Lantern. He's really cool, and his fighting style could be like really different. He could be like a really good defensive, evasive character that can avoid punches and stuff. And yeah, I mean, Star Sapphire would probably be the other one. I can't think of. I mean, you could go with like Indigo 1, but no one really cares about the Indigo tribe. I mean, some people do. They're not really like. They're not like. There isn't one that I really feel like is like a really awesome character though. And I know some people might like Larfleeze, like they're saying in the comments here, but Larfleeze isn't really like. I don't know. I see him fight in the comics before, but he's not really the most interesting guy to watch because basically what Larfleeze does, he sends out constructs of like people he's killed. So he would be just sending out like other, like he wouldn't actually be fighting, and I don't know if they could do that in the game really well.
So I think it was almost even, to be honest.
Let me see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Atrocitus had 9, and Sinestro had 8.
Okay, so Atrocitus. If you guys think it'd be a cool idea, do you guys want me to give away issue number 1 for the Red Lantern's New 52 series? Do you guys think that'd be cool? Because I'll do it if you guys want to do that. I'm going to be giving it away through Comixology. So if you win the giveaway, you have to have a Comixology account for me to gift it to you.
It doesn't cost anything, right, to get an account?
No, it's free.
No. So think about it. We're gonna get people into comics because a lot of people that play fighting games don't know. Like they just see another realm. Like, oh, I want to play it. They're like, do you know anything about the DC universe? They're like, no. Well, this is a great place to start learning because we're gonna pretty much break down a lot of characters. Because I know all of us, we're not the super best breakdowns of DC universe, but at least we know our basics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would like
that'd be cool.
I would like to throw out one more thing. Would you guys like to see like Kilowog in the game? Like, I don't think he deserves a spot on the roster, but it would be fun to play as him, in my opinion.
No, I can see just because he's a big dude, and they need more big dudes. That's the only reason why I can say yes.
Yeah, he could be like a powerhouse version of Hal Jordan, where all his moves would be more like just huge hammers and shit. It wouldn't really be like intricate.
But I don't think he would fit to the storyline not even one bit.
No, yeah.
No one wants him, apparently.
I'm just throwing out the idea.
Ed Boom just tweeted us.
Did he really?
Yeah. Live discussing Injustice Gods Among Us. Thank you, Ed Boom, if you're here.
Yep. Thank you again, Ed Boon. That's awesome.
People are saying he's too fat.
He's not fat, all right? He's fluffy.
Okay, so all right. So how this giveaway is going to work, right? I'm going to, if you guys are watching the stream right now, you see all these names. I'm going to go onto a random number generator and basically go down the list and count, however many. I need to know exactly how many people. If you guys want to win, you have to be following me on Twitch. That's one condition. And if you win, you just tell me, do you want Green Lantern issue number 1 or Red Lantern issue number 1, and I will send it to you through Comixology. So you need to be following me on Twitch, and you need to have a Comixology account, which takes like 2 seconds to make. So.
If people are just barely getting here, the reason why we're going to be giving out a Red Lantern issue is because we did a vote, and people want Atrocitus more than Sinestro. Atrocitus only won by 1, so it was 9-8. So it was a pretty close battle, but I guess, I don't know much about the Red Lantern books. Froggy, you want to take over it just to give them an idea what the book is about the Red Lanterns?
Well, in case people don't understand the Lantern emotional spectrum thing, red is rage. Some of the other ones like blue is hope, green is willpower, pink / violet or whatever you want to call it is love. So
Yeah.
Red is rage, like I said, and so all the Red Lanterns, they're basically like...
Okay, number 8 is going to be the winner, so I'm going to check. I'm going to go down through the list and see who is number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Harry775, do you want a copy of, or a digital copy of either Green Lantern issue number 1 or Red Lanterns issue number 1?
So he just posted what's brown. Brown doesn't have
There is no
a
brown.
lantern right now. There is no brown. It's poop. Brown is poop. Are there blue lanterns? Yes, there are blue lanterns.
Like they represent hope. I'll find a cool picture.
Harry said,
right, Harry, are you on? Do you have a Twitter, or are you do you watch my videos? Because I'm gonna need a way to contact you and send it to you.
Delboy, I prefer the New 52s because it's a whole retell stories, and a lot of the old books didn't really tell good stories, so that's why they did a New 52 so they can start over. So if I were you, start out with the New 52s, and there's a lot of good New 52s. You have Swamp Thing, of course, Batman. You have Green Lanterns, Justice League. There's so many good stories out there. Like, really, there is.
All right, Harry, thanks. I'm glad you watched my videos, and next time I put up a video, which will probably be tomorrow, just comment and, say I'm Harry775 from the stream, and, or just, tweet me on Twitter or whatever, just let me know you're Harry775, and I will give you the comic book via Comixology. So now we can move back to the discussion.
So just like that, guys, we just gave away a comic just for being in the chat and talking to us. Make sure you tweet this, Facebook it, do whatever you can to, get more people in here so we can give out more better gifts and stuff. Let me see. So what else can we talk about? Let me see the discussion thing.
What's the next topic? Because I think all these guys are pretty well versed when it comes to what's going on in the game right now. So let's try to move into the next topic.
Top 5 characters we want to see in the game and why.
All right, so each one of us is going to go and tell which top 5 characters we want. So let's start with JaeRoar, go to Victor Von Doom, and then go to Froggy, and I'll end it.
Are we starting from number 5 or 1?
Just go from 5 down to 1.
Okay, 5. My number 5 would be Hawkgirl, just because she can play a really good part in the women's universe in Injustice. She was a big part of the not the comics, the cartoon version of Justice League, and she's hot, she's cool, she has like that thing. What do you call it? Dino.
Mace.
I want to just address the On Blast show. The show just started maybe 20 minutes ago, maybe less. It goes on for about 2 hours, so sorry about that.
Yes. Oh, no. But she has that cool weapon that also has electricity coming out. I can see her use it in Justice to, like, her gimmick, whatever, to where she switches it and then she just beats the crap out of you. She can fly. She's pretty strong. That's my number 5, Hawkgirl. I think she deserves to be in the game because she doesn't get that much recognition in the comics, so I would love to see her. So, go ahead, Victor.
No, just tell me your top 5. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then after that, let me see. Static Shock. Static Shock would be a good one. You know what I mean? Like,
would also be cool, though.
Yeah, just because I was a big fan of him in the cartoon. Number 3 would be, of course, Firestorm. Firestorm is just one of the great characters. He played a big role in the Blackest and Brightest Day in the comic books. If you have not read that, you should go check out those books. They're pretty good. Number 2, of course, would be Black Adam. Black Adam or Shazam, either one. I'm a big fan of both. So either one I would like, either one. And my number 1, of course, Blue Beetle. I think Blue Beetle will fit perfect in this game. I just think his character can also, even though he's kind of like a teen in the whole DC New 52s, I still would think he'll play a big role in the Injustice world. He has a lot of cool weapons. And his costume, I know NetherRealm could do an awesome job just detailing the whole Blue Beetle outfit. So that's all my guys.
All right, so my number 5 is Atrocitus, or Atrocitrus, as I like to say, because I think it'd be great to show that not all lanterns can make constructions like the yellow and green ones. So
because to explain,
the Red Lanterns, great. The
Red Lanterns, they spew plasma blood, basically. They're not like how other lanterns have to create constructs and stuff.
Yeah, in fact, if you watch the Green Lantern animated series, for the first couple episodes, Yeah, that shows perfectly what they can do. My number 4 is Static Shock.
Sorry, I just need to make one point here. The show, they actually changed them, because they actually let them make constructs in the TV series. In the comics, they're actually a little different.
Oh, I never really could get past the first episode, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Show, I think it is.
So, number 4 is Static Shock. Like, yeah, just because, like, I grew up watching that show, and I think it would bring more, like, diversity, racially-wise, I guess, in the game. And plus, electricity is awesome. Number 3, Aquaman. I think we said this, like, 1.5 million times. How, like, this game could, like, make him more serious, more, like, respected and stuff. Number 2 would be Hawk Girl, I guess. Justice League. I think that's purely out of, like, nostalgia. And number 1, I have to say Sinestro. Just alright, that's fine.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about Sinestro. He's just a great villain, and he's playing a big part in the Green Lantern universe. He's kind of like Froggy, like the way you said it. He's kind of like a Magneto and Professor X relationship with Hal Jordan.
Yeah, it's like they're not quite like Sinestro and Hal Jordan aren't quite like they're villains, but they also like are sort of friends in a weird way because they work together so much. It's like a weird sort of like frenemies sort of thing. I really think it's really interesting, and it's a little different than like your typical like I'm the villain and I'm gonna fight you always. It's like sometimes they're together.
All right, Froggy, your turn.
My number 5 is Shazam. Right now, Shazam is getting a pretty decent push in the comics by Jeff Johns with the whole backup stories in Justice League. I think Shazam will definitely be in, and here's my reasoning. If he was able to make it into Mortal Kombat vs. DC, like, no one really expected him to be in that game. Like, I don't see why they would exclude him from a game where there's a much bigger roster. So, plus, I have a feeling that Ed Boon likes him just because Ed Boon has, like, the big eyebrows.
He looks like him.
Yeah, he looks a lot like him, so I think that's, I don't know. I just think he's going to be in. Number 4, I was going to have Aquaman, but since you guys both said it, I'm going to put Black Manta. Because Black Manta is like, I feel like when you have a guy like Black Manta in there, it actually makes Aquaman cooler, because then people will see, like, who's this guy's villain? Like, who is the villain? Like, what is this villain of? Like, what is he from?
Yeah.
He's from Aquaman. And people go, oh, really? Because he's really awesome. Like, I might want to actually, like, look into Aquaman mythology here. Like, I want to figure out what exactly, where did this guy tie in with Aquaman's story? So, number 3, Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor.
Hey, Paco, we're getting a little bit of feedback.
I know, I just cut it out.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
Number 3, I have Lex Luthor. I think Lex Luthor is the best Superman villain, and I think that they should make his costume look a lot cooler this time than they did in Mortal Kombat vs. DC. I've talked a lot about Lex Luthor on the show, so I think I've said all I need to say on him. Number 2, Captain Cold.
Yes.
Captain Cold is like, first off, he's probably in. I mean, Flash is fighting an ice villain in the trailer. So I just have a good feeling it's going to be Captain Cold in the game. And Captain Cold is like an underrated villain. A lot of people, like, they look at him and be like, well, I like Mr. Freeze better. But I think something people should remember is that Mr. Freeze wasn't cool for, like, decades. It wasn't until the animated series that he was cool, whereas Captain Cold was, like, awesome. He was, like, the best Flash villain for, ever since he debuted. Like, he's always been as cool. Actually, he's gotten cooler recently in the New 52.
I see what you did there.
I don't...
Yeah,
okay,
it's chill in the ice puns.
It's really not me trying to put those puns in there. It's just they kind of come to me as I'm saying. I don't know.
You said...
Yeah.
Chill out, basically.
I'll chill out on the puns for now. Sinestro is my number 1, but we already kind of went over him. I don't think I have to say anything else about him, so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind if I make one change in my wish list?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instead of Hawk Girl, Captain Cold. Yeah.
Okay. So let's have PacoSlimee. If you
The
guys
new
don't know
52, right? That's the
PacoSlimee, he is also a fellow Injustice video creator. He makes awesome videos. He's actually played the game, so he has a lot more insight to the fighting game aspect than any of us do. So, PacoSlimee, what would be your top 5 in order from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
I'd say 5 for me would probably be Captain Cold. I agree with what everyone said so far. 4, I think I'd like to see Deathstroke. I feel like he has a lot more potential than what was shown in MK versus DC. 3 for me, I'd have to say Aquaman because he doesn't get enough love. 2, I'd say 2 for me is probably Power Girl. I don't think a lot of people think that she can be distinguished from Superman. I think she can. And for me, I'd say number 1, if you can't tell, Red Hood. I'm a pretty big fan.
Yeah, big Red Hood.
Yeah. Somebody just mentioned Black Canary in the comments, and I would say she'd be like my number 6. Like I said before, like she's a good female character that stands on her own merit. She's not like a sidekick. I mean, you can see it that way with Green Arrow, but I think she's kind of like her own person, you know. And she could have a really cool moveset with like the screams and stuff. Like I could see NetherRealm making some really cool moves out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So for my top 5 would start out with, I'd probably say Hawkgirl. I'd like to actually see Hawkgirl. Like, I'm trying to put in some characters that normally you don't see me talking about on my channel. So Hawkgirl is definitely my number 5. I think it'd be really cool for diversity in terms of fighting game mechanics because the mace would be really awesome to use. And the only reason I wouldn't say Hawkman is because Ed Boon obviously is just like complete and utter hater
Doesn't
of Hawkman.
like.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just think we need to get a few more.
I don't know
females.
why though, but he just doesn't like him.
Yeah, just get a few more females in the game would be nice.
Have you heard the story behind him not liking Hawkman?
And I think her design would look so cool.
Well, have you heard the story behind Ed Boon not liking Hawkman?
No.
No.
There's like there's a cover, there's like a page in a comic where Hawkman says like, "Risk my life for Midway." Never, because his city is Midway City or something like that in the comics, and Midway is the name of Ed Boon's company. Or
is that why?
So that's why he says he's never going to put Hawkman in the game.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's fine. I
Makes sense.
I prefer Hawkgirl over Hawkman any day, anyways.
Yeah, I would actually prefer her over him. But my number 4 would actually be Batgirl because I love Batgirl in the New 52. I think I'd love to see what NetherRealm can do with her in terms of like a costume because I love her New 52 costume, but I also think it'd be really cool to see because even though it really does look armored up, you know, in the New 52, I'd like to see what they do with the armor, you know what I mean? So I do think Batgirl would be pretty cool. And for all the people who say, "Oh, no Bat characters," oh, don't worry. I'm sure they can. I'm like 100%. I wouldn't say it if I didn't think they could differentiate Batgirl with Batman and Nightwing. You know what I mean? So that is the reason why.
No. Can you tell the people which Batgirl?
I would have a
Barbara
Gordon. Sorry, because Barbara Gordon or GTFO.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it would be Barbara Gordon because that's what DC wants. The New 52, whatever person is who, like Barry Allen, that's the Flash. And I know there's Wally West fans, but like I like Barry Allen and DC likes Barry Allen. That's just what it is. That's what it's going to be.
So yeah,
okay.
I
What's your
think
next
my
one?
third. This is kind of difficult. I'd probably say Static Shock for my third. I'd love
He's
to see,
awesome.
Yeah, I think he would have a lot of diversity because I'm trying to come up with characters because right now I'd like to see a lot of diversity in terms of characters when it comes to this game. You know what I mean? And I think Static Shock would bring a lot of it. My number 2 would be Aquaman because I think he would also bring a ton of diversity with his trident, as well as I think this is a chance for NetherRealm to actually make Aquaman a character who is actually taken seriously. And I've already seen a ton of people in the chat today saying, "Fuck Aquaman, he ain't gonna make it in this game," and I completely disagree with you all because Aquaman is actually doing pretty well in terms of comic sales, I think.
Oh, for months
Yes.
Aquaman as a comic was outselling every Marvel comic. Like that
Yeah,
was
I wouldn't doubt it.
like it's really